He's been called a rock star banker, even been compared to Mad Men's Don Draper. But today it was all business for Mark Carney, Canada's outgoing top banker. He faced a tough crowd of British MPs who grilled him about what he intends to do when he takes over as boss of the Bank of England and why he's getting paid so much to do it. Our Europe Bureau Chief Sean Mallon was watching it all, and he joins us now from London's financial district. Sean?
Donna, financial commentators here are calling Mark Carney a rock star, a description rarely heard in London for either bankers or Canadians. Mark Carney's appointment to the Bank of England was a shock to all. Not only is he not British, but he's to be paid much more than the current boss.
Morning, Dr. Carney. Thank you very much.
Mere minutes into his testimony before the Commons Treasury Committee, an opposition Labour member asked acidly about his deal, which includes a £250,000 housing allowance, about $400,000.
No doubt you're aware that mortgages are quite hard to come by in the UK for many people, including my constituents. Is that why you need an extra $250,000 a year as housing allowance?
His answer? The total package of $1.2 million is not out of line for top executives changing countries.
Unfortunately, in this regard, I'm moving from one of the least expensive capital cities in the world, Ottawa, to one of the more expensive, shall we say, capital cities in the world, London.
And what about the stories that some Liberals wanted to woo him to run for leader? Not interested, he says.
You know, if I had political ambitions, I would have pursued them in Canada.
The edgy questions out of the way, the remainder of his nearly 4 hours focused on how he planned to direct the venerable Bank of England. This in a nation where a triple-dip recession looms. He suggested the bank might need to provide more monetary stimulus to the economy. Traders watching his performance were impressed.
But I think he answered the questions quite personably, and he does instill a certain amount of confidence, I think.
What's the capital ratio?
Carney even endured an impromptu quiz when one MP asked him to explain various financial terms. The doctor of economics patiently defined each of them.
Well, I think you scored pretty well there.
At the end, several MPs walked up to Carney and shook his hand. It seems he charmed a tough crowd. We'll see if that can last once he takes over here in July. Donna?
Sean Mallon in London, thanks.